Previously on the Count of Monte Cristo.
The Count is new to Paris and is the only topic of conversation.
I heard he is fabulously wealthy.
Monte Cristo doesn't have a count. The Isle is practically a rock.
I was in danger. The Count saved my life.
How do you not see that as suspicious?
As I have recently finalized my newest property, I thought I would perhaps entertain.
Why are we in this house? This house. This is the house.
This room carries the most secrets. What happened here is unimaginable.
This is not a moment to stay calm. Somebody knows our secret. Somebody knows what we did.
Who wants to use it against us? And why?
When you say who knows our secret, do you mean...
If the Count de Monte Cristo is regaling his guests with stories of us, he obviously heard it from somewhere. And I swear on my role as Crown Prosecutor that I have not breathed a word of it to anyone.
Nor I. I didn't.
Only two people know what happened in that room. And I am not the one with a reputation for scandal, Madame Danglars.
The Count was correct about one thing. We stopped being subtle. We had drivers, servants, dressers, gardeners.
Regardless, I said nothing.
So did I.
I will look into this.
I cannot afford a mark against me, Gerard.
Do you take me for a clown? Parading our dishonors on the streets of Paris? Please, I have other methods of seeking out the truth and eventually justice. You should know that the Count's narrative was not entirely truthful.
How do you mean?
I would never. The child.
Oh. What happened to him?
I gave him to a servant who placed him into adoptive care or something.
Still, too many details. How did the Count...
It is not the question of how the Count knows. Again, it is why the Count of Monte Cristo would tell us. It is no coincidence. It is the same house with the same actors.
And you have an answer to this question?
No. But I intend to find out.
Valentine.
Maximilian.
You are faster than me this time.
I was worried you would not come.
Never. I heard Franz returns to Paris next week. Earlier than planned.
Stepmother is very pleased. She is so eager to get rid of me.
Is there nothing that can be done?
Where would I even start?
There is still time. We can think of something.
I just wish... Father did not even ask me. He simply sat me down and said, "Valentine, you are to be married to Franz d'Épinay," and that was that. Nobody asked me what I thought. Nobody asked me what I wanted, that I might want to say in my own life.
It's not fair.
And I know that others have it worse. I know that there are lesser men, lesser pairings, worse destinations for me to be shipped off to, but...
It is your life.
It is my life. And I wish for it to be ours. Eugenie Danglars would rather spend her entire life with her music tutor as opposed to a man. I cannot believe she and I and other ladies are considered worthless if we are not tied to one.
Maybe... I wonder if... No.
What?
Perhaps there are learned men that I could confide in, that could help us find a solution.
Father does not listen to me. I don't know what grandfather could do.
I meant outside of our families. Perhaps, say the Count of Monte Cristo.
Would he help us?
I do not know, but he is wise and well-traveled. He seems to be able to do anything.
If he saved us, it would be a miracle.
I can ask. I will. I'll try. Every day I hear more about his amazing feats or his unending wealth. Surely he knows something that we do not.
I see.
I do not mean to frighten you.
You can never. It is what I love most about you. How unlike the other men in Paris you are.
That to there. No. That can't be.
Baron Danglars, the receipts you requested.
Put them there and take these. The totals are incorrect.
No, Your Excellency.
The math is wrong. Take them away. The account balances are much too low.
I have triple-checked them, Your Excellency. They are correct.
You think you know more than me?
No.
They are my accounts. It is my money.
I only meant...
Get out of my office. I do not want to see you again. Are you deaf? No, impossible. How could... But where did it all go?
Monsieur de Baron?
What?
There is someone here to see you?
You are aware I am in the middle of something.
Aha! Baron Danglars!
Prince Cavalcanti! What a delightful surprise!
I hope you do not mind una vista sorpresa.
Not at all.
I am still settling into Paris and require a banker. Monte Cristo was generous and gave me your address.
I shall thank the Count next time I see him.
Perhaps we shall all dine together.
Perhaps. Now, are you interested in investing with me?
See. My father's passing means his estate has been left to me. I wish to divest it. It is foolish to have foregone its potential for millions in profit for so long.
Of course.
And so I thought to myself, Andrea, you must visit the Baron so he can guide you through this process.
Yes, well, liquidation is a specialty of mine.
Fantastical. We shall do excellent business together.
Anything you require, Your Majesty. I am at your disposal.
Careful, Baron. I may rope you into my search for a wife.
Prince Cavalcanti, are you occupied for the remainder of the day?
Not at all.
Perhaps you could join my daughter and me for tea.
Enter.
The information you requested, Crown Prosecutor.
Anything notable?
The Count of Monte Cristo had no acquaintances prior to arriving in Paris, save for 2 men. The first, an Italian priest named Abbe Busoni. The second, a British noble by the name of Lord Wilmore.
And they are both in Paris?
They are. Would you like me to call upon them?
No. This must be discreet. Separate of my station. There is only one man who can be trusted with this, and he will find what he's looking for.
Grazie. In Italia, we have master coffee in every way, but tea, not so much.
Then our relationship will be beneficial on many accounts. Financial, cultural, matrimonial.
Sí, claro. What an eye for art you have. And this portrait. Bellissima, huh?
Yes, Commissioned last year.
I assume this is the Baroness?
It is.
You are un uomo fortunato, a lucky man, Baron. And next to her, your son?
My daughter.
Oh.
Ah, Eugenie, there you are. And your music tutor.
Her name is Louise, Father. Good afternoon, Baron.
This is Prince Andrea Cavalcanti. He is new to Paris and a new client of mine.
Enchanté, bellissima signora.
What an interesting accent you have.
Eugenie, I was telling His Majesty how you have been progressing in your vocal lessons.
Yes, Louise has been a most generous instructor.
Perhaps you would like to show His Majesty what you have been practicing.
If you insist. Louise, would you?
Oui, mademoiselle.
Son vegin vesosa, in vesa disposa, son bianca ed umile, ora
Okay.
chiami odorose,
Thank you.
in vince
Thank you, Eugenie!
Bravissima, signora! Thank you for gracing us with your beauty. E talento, eh?
Merci, monsieur. I have been asking my father to permit me to spend more time with Louise for lessons.
Ah, an excellent idea. Your talent must be refined. It is a rare gift. Donorado, as we say, eh?
So it should.
Do you hear, Louise? More lessons for us. Perhaps next he shall buy us matching green dresses.
You may have whatever dresses you wish, Eugenie.
Well, we shall return to rehearsing. In my room, should you need us. But please knock first.
As you wish.
Your Excellencies.
Oh, women.
They are a difficult breed to wrangle. Women and money. Man's two great vices. Eh?
I find money is easier to master.
A banker of your stature? I hope so. Monte Cristo told me of a man, one of your delegates, a fisherman who went to war. Came back staggeringly wealthy and with a title.
Interesting.
So, if one can go to Greece and return a count, our wealth and brains combined should be able to do much more, eh?
The Count of Monte Cristo told you of this.
Certo. We are very close, he and I.
I am curious to know where Monte Cristo's wealth comes from.
I do not know. I have not asked.
So, it is a secret?
No. Nothing is a secret until one asks the appropriate questions. Huh?
Ah.
Bonsoir.
Is this the residence of the Abbe Busoni?
It is.
I am Inspector Zacconi. I come with a matter of great importance and must speak with the Abbe at once.
The Abbe is preoccupied, monsieur. Perhaps you would call another time.
It is a matter of utmost urgency.
Very well. You may wait.
When will the Abbe be available?
The Abbe has a prior engagement. He will come to you when he is ready.
It is a matter of utmost urgency.
So you have said, monsieur.
Buongiorno. Inspector Zaccone.
Yes, thank you for seeing.
Of course, of course. I apologize for the delay. Please do not move on my account. My bones are weary, and this chair is my favorite.
I myself have a cold. This distance between us aids us both, I think.
Quite. What aid can I provide you, monsieur?
I have been tasked by powers higher than myself to investigate a mysterious man. He has recently come to Paris, and my employer considers him to be a man of utmost suspect. I speak, of course, of a man you have been rumored to be acquainted with, the Count of Monte Cristo.
Ah, yes. The Count of Monte Cristo. I have heard this name before.
Do you know this man?
As well as one knows any parishioner. Forgive me, Inspector. I am old and occasionally forgetful. But I have committed no crime.
I do not accuse you of such, but I must know everything you know about this Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh. I see.
Where does the Count hail from? Does he have family? What line of business was his father in?
So many questions.
And all of them important.
The Count of Monte Cristo has called upon me twice. Wait, it was... It was... thrice. Apologies.
And what did you speak of? What of his history, personal, professional?
A man's confessions are between him and God.
I would not press on the matter if it were not of the utmost importance.
Yes, you have said this much already.
Can you at least tell me his name?
His name?
Yes.
He is the Count of Monte Cristo.
His family name?
I believe it is Zaccone.
That is my name.
I knew it felt familiar.
Any information you could provide about the Count of Monte Cristo would be greatly appreciated, Monsieur Abbé. Anything that was provided to you outside of a confessional. Monsieur Abbé. Monsieur!
Yes. Yes. I am here. Merely thinking. Yes. Forgive me, Inspector. I am old and occasionally...
Forgetful. Yes. Do you have any other information that would be pertinent to my investigation?
Only...
Yes?
His enemy.
Enemy?
A Lord Wilmore. His greatest enemy. There were rumors that they have come to blows many times before either sought my counsel.
I see. The Count of Monte Cristo has an enemy. No doubt from unscrupulous business dealings.
Scusi.
Thank you, Monsieur Abbé, for your assistance today. I shall call upon you again if your insights are further required.
I shall be here. Bertuccio. Ready the carriage.
We have a surprise visitor we must be prepared to meet.
Ciao, buongiorno. Is this the residence of, You seem familiar.
I am but a humble servant who dutifully serves their master.
We would not have met. Is this the residence of Lord Wilmore?
It is. However, Lord Wilmore is occupied.
I must speak with him on a matter of great importance. It pertains to his enemy, the Count of Monte Cristo.
Monte Cristo? Did he send you?
No, I have been tasked with seeking information on his person.
Look no further. I shall tell you everything.
So, how has this deviant wronged you?
Pardon?
Surely you would not take up an investigation against the Count of Monte Cristo without a personal score to settle. He is not an enemy for the faint of heart.
Not I, Lord. My employer requires information that I am wont to seek.
And as you should. The Count of Monte Cristo is a worthy adversary, but an adversary nonetheless. I have hated him ever since that fateful day at the Dollet Corot.
What happened there?
Our first duel.
And you did not hate him prior?
My hatred grew after that wretch met me on the dueling grounds. It ended with a draw, but only because I showed mercy. I will not make the same mistake again. As they say, it is in the fifth duel where a man must truly die.
You have dueled him 4 times?
Indeed. I am obviously the better fighter, but the Count is a better shot and a faster runner. It is how he has evaded his demise at my hand for all of these years.
So, he is a coward.
Of the highest order.
Are you the reason he has come to Paris? Has he followed you here?
Nay, I followed him. My honor demanded it. Here I will finally vanquish him in every capacity. I shall crush his name and assert myself as his superior. His honor will be demolished, and I will maintain my absolute dominance over him in every arena of battle. That was intentional.
Do you know why the Count has come to Paris?
Monte Cristo is an insect of flight. He flutters from industry to industry, never truly establishing himself in any. Presently, he is involved in railroad speculations or something of the sort.
What of his property? Do you know why he would maintain a residence outside the center of Paris?
You are seeking the mineral spring.
The what?
There was a rumor in England prior to my travel here. It tells of an untapped mineral spring within Auteuil that produces the freshest mineral water in all of Europe. I was set to buy it, but I was outbid at the very last moment. Wait. Are you telling me that this property is now in the hands of the Count of Monte Cristo?
Yes.
That thieving scoundrel! No good, pompous, arrogant!
He thinks he can take what is rightfully mine. The fool, fraudulent, kleptomaniacal, piratic coward who knows not what he touches.
I will leave you, Lord Wilmore. Thank you for your service today.
Rightfully mine. I am his sworn enemy. I dueled him once, I shall do it again.
Goodbye.
I dueled him twice, and I was his champion. I dueled him a 3rd time and tasted victory. I duelled him a fourth time in progress, so closer than ever to success. When I duel him the fifth time, it shall be the last.
He has left.
Were you suspected, Bertuccio?
I was not. Nor you, I presume. Shall I dispose of the disguises?
Not yet. They may prove useful down the road. Though I suspect Inspector Zaccone will not need to visit Abbe Busoni or Lord Wilmore for some time.
How do you mean?
I mean, Inspector Zaccone is also not who he claims to be.
Crown Prosecutor. Apologies. I did not know you had returned.
Here. Dispose of these.
Shall I have the garments clean?
I said dispose of them.
Very well.
And prepare the carriage. I will need it after I complete my correspondence.
What do you think, Lucian? What do you think? Fully up or part way?
I think either is stunning on you, Hermine.
Oh, you tease. Oh, but you are so far away. And reading.
I am considering where best to invest your money.
Oh, perhaps you should consider over here.
Over here?
Exactly.
Oh.
I asked you not to disturb me.
Apologies, Madame
What
Danglars.
part of Monsieur and I to be left alone do you not
Hermine?
understand? Husband! Lucien and I were just discussing the stock market.
Of course. Escort Monsieur Dupre out of my house.
Oui, Baron.
Au revoir, Monsieur Dupre. We look forward to hosting you again.
Oh, actions like that are what fuel the gossip of
My
servants.
actions are the least of your problems, Madame Danglars. Or do you prefer Hermine? It is difficult to tell these days.
I am your wife.
In name alone, it seems. A letter came for you. From Crown Prosecutor Gerard de Villefort.
Oh, then I shall have it. You are a child.
It says, all is well.
And what else?
There is no else.
Then we have nothing more to discuss.
I disagree. You are in need of a reminder as to which of us leads the other. I do not know what this letter is regarding, nor do I care. I find your extramarital affairs insipid and your indulgences foolish. Normally, neither is worthy of my attention, and so I tolerate them. Yet I will not tolerate any attempts to disparage my reputation and that of my money.
I do not know what you mean.
The negative balance in our shared accounts? I am not a fool, Hermine.
It is for investments.
With what math? What advisement other than your idiot lover?
Oh, well, there are current...
I know Lucian passes financial information to you before it is published. When you cannot act independently, you feebly attempt to relay these insights to me. But I do not act on them because I am smarter than both of you and can recognize a good investment without your input.
You did not complain when I doubled our profits overnight.
Because now they are shrinking by the day. You forget that you can act without consequence only because I permit you to do so. You are cushioned by the prominence of my name in business. In society, Danglars is what allows you to spend needlessly on horses. Danglars is how Eugenie will marry an Italian prince. And if you jeopardize my stature any further, you will begin to suffer your own consequences.
Is that so?
I can find a new wife easier than you can find a new husband.
Pardon, Baron.
What?
An unexpected caller? The Count de Morcerf. He says he is here for both business and pleasure.
Oh, show him to my office.
He is there already, Excellency.
Why do I bother?
Baron Danglars.
Count de Morcerf. It's quite late.
The hour is irrelevant for friends such as us. Join me.
Well, what brings you here?
You and I have long spoken of the friendship between our families. It is no secret that Albert is of marrying age, as is Eugenie. I say it is high time to formalize the great union between our houses. I speak of an engagement between Albert and Eugenie.
Obviously.
We have discussed an engagement between them for some time now.
A potential engagement.
Since they were small.
So you have.
So I have. We have. I do not like this game, Danglars.
You will address me as Baron.
Even though I have known you since you were a deckhand. Before you bought your title.
You would be wise to keep the secrets of the past to yourself.
Then let us move into the future together, with the engagement.
I heard a rumor today about a delegate who used to be a fisherman. He joined the army, fought in Greece, and returned a wealthy count. Initially, I thought this was the Count of Monte Cristo. But I realize now, it's you.
Many noblemen profit from war.
Yet few let their history fuel the rumor mill of Paris.
Neither of us would benefit from dredging up our shared history, Baron.
Which is why I am no longer interested in an engagement between our houses.
We have talked of this marriage for years.
Circumstances change. You should know that better than anyone.
It would be advantageous for both of us.
What benefit could you offer me?
The benefit is that I keep our shared history between ourselves.
If you do not, you destroy us both.
It would be worth it.
You don't have it in you.
You will agree to this engagement, or I will tell all of Paris exactly what kind of man you are. Every strategy you used to attain your wealth. Every dealing that wrongfully doubled your profits. And I will start by telling them exactly what you did to Edmond Dantès.
What I did? You forget Fernand Mondego, who it was that set that boy's fate in motion.
I am the Count de Morcerf.
You will always be Fernand Mondego. To me. A cowardly fisherman whose only profits were what he stole from war. Whose life only blossomed in Edmond Dante's ashes. Let's say you did tell someone what happened. What we did. Who would you tell? Your wife? Aside from her, who would care? Who would pay attention? Perhaps you should start with Mercedes. To see if after all these years...
I am not bluffing, Danglars. I will do it. I will ruin us both.
You are not listening, Fernand. Do you think that we are the only ones with secrets? All our peers have something to hide. You are the only fool who thinks that it's just our past that is noteworthy. All of us are guilty, and all of us profit.
The truth of Edmond Dantes would ruin you.
I do not fear the dead, Mondego. If the specter of Edmond Dantes hangs over you, that is your burden.
I shall give you one last chance to agree to the engagement.
Absolutely not. You think this would convince me otherwise?
You will rue this day, Danglars.
Baron Danglars. But we are old friends and do not need titles, Fernand Mondego. You have not changed much since those days in Marseille. So you should remember that I am not to be trifled with. Unless you would like to try. Oh, Fernand Mondego. Nobody threatens me and survives.
Episode 4 of The Count of Monte Cristo was directed by Chloe Wilson. This episode stars Keith Kline as the Count of Monte Cristo and Lord Wilmore and the Abbe Busoni, Christian Ledley as Andrea Cavalcanti, Jason Webb as Baron Danglars, James Brodigan as Bertuccio, Vanessa Benoit as Eugénie Danglars, Philip Emiot as Fernand de Morcerf, David Magadan as Lucien Debray, Sherry Richard as Madame Danglars, Camille Coxa as Maximilien Morel, Rebecca Way-Chier as Valentine de Villefort, and Akil Wingate as Villefort and Inspector Zecco. Additional voices were provided by Dorian Dreadful, Taylor Palmer, and Sean Gray. Episode 4 was written by Chloe Wilson and adapted from the novel The Count of Monte Cristo, written by Alexander Dumas. Production coordination is by Will Onchezo. Editing is by Sean Gray. Sound design is by Rob Gal. Theme music composed and produced by Drew Nichols, with guitar performance and additional production and mixing by Jakob Reinhardt, and viola performance by Molly Goldman. The Count of Monte Cristo was recorded at Mansion Studios in Brooklyn, New York, with head engineer Alexander Benoit. Our assistant engineers are Alex Hahn, Carlos Maldonado, Emma Tlesti, Maximilian Horner, Patrick Hurley, Ravathi Ray Rajan, Seth Benji Gonzalez, Tobias Pemsler, Truxell Kurt Snyder, and Jume Zhu. More information about the Count of Monte Cristo can be found at littleluckyproductions.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you for listening.